Aquarius, what's up, y'all? How you doing? It is time for your extended reading for August 2024. So this is just one last swoop through the month of August, y'all. Seeing if I left anything at all on the table before we move on to the mid-month messages. But we got to get August out of the way first before we check to see if timelines have changed. So for those of you who would like a personal reading, all you got to do is look down in the description of this video and you will find the link that will take you straight to that page on my website where you'll find everything you need to know as far as how to go about doing that. All right, let's jump into this. Starting this off with the situation troubling you the most. Let's see if there's anything left on the table that we can tell Aquarius about the situation troubling them the most. Did I leave anything on the table? Any stones unturned? Let's see. Temperance. All right, some of you dealing with a Sagittarius. Okay. Well, this almost kind of feels like a mirroring type of situation where it kind of feels like a silent standoff where you ain't making no moves and they ain't making no moves. But it almost kind of feels like both of you are waiting on each other. And I'm not going to lie, it doesn't really look like either of you are waiting with open arms. Doesn't look like it. I don't know, though. It's honestly getting to the point here where somebody is about done waiting. I can't quite tell who that is yet. Y'all are mirroring each other, so it might be both of you. But somebody here is about sick and tired of waiting and is about to just completely drop this situation altogether and just move on from this. Open door of opportunity hanging wide open for anybody to come through and take action. Ain't nobody doing it, though. You ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing. I do think that this person already knows exactly what they want to say to you if you was to show up in their inbox. And you know what? I kind of have this funny feeling that you know that, don't you? You already know that they're waiting on you. But you don't want to be the one to bend over backwards and be the one to come forward. Might be a little bit of a power struggle for some of you too. All right, well, I ain't getting much more than that. The signs I have on the table are Taurus, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Libra. You know it could be anybody, though. See, look, dude, y'all are mirroring each other. Two of Wands, Two of Swords. Y'all are both doing the same thing. Let's see if we can figure out how this person feels about you at the deepest level. What's this person's deepest feelings and intentions towards Aquarius? What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they in general? What's their deepest feelings, energies, and intentions toward you? What's their energy look like? Boom! Four of Swords. Hang on. So you do take up an awful lot of space in their head. An awful lot. An awful lot. All right. Boom. Lovers card. Man, you take up a lot of space in their head. A lot of space in their head. You own all the fucking real estate in this person's head. Man, they still in love with you. Man, this person got crazy, insane feelings for you. They still feel karmically tied to you, but they'll still walk away from this, though. This is like Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. This person is very, very, very fiercely independent. And for whatever reason, it's like this spread screams, I don't care how I feel. I'll walk away from this. Either you come talk to me or we ain't talking. Period. Period. Are you dealing with another fixed sign for some of you? That feels very fixed signy. But very frequently what you see happen is that a lot of people like to have those stubbornness competition with fixed signs, because when you're very stubborn, fixed, and rigid and set in your ways, sometimes people take that as like an attack. They may take that as like a challenge, and they don't really understand that it's like, no, it's just how I fucking am. I'm not challenging you, you know? Anyway, though, yeah, this person's pretty fixed, rigid, stuck, stubborn, and set in their ways. I think it's a power struggle. It's a power struggle, isn't it? Feels like, honestly, like a power struggle on both of your parts. I'm not going to lie. Okay, well, could be a Scorpio for some of you. I have Sagittarius again here. Could be a fellow Aquarius. I also have Leo and Libra again. All right. Well, it don't look like we're getting anywhere with this situation. Let's get the advice. What's the best advice for Aquarius? What is the advice? What is the best advice? Would it be a good idea for you to reach out to this person? What's the best advice? Thank you, Lori, for that super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. What is the advice? Boom. The Sun card. Okay, hang on. All right, there we go. Well, this is tricky. Because, like I said, this is a power struggle. It's a power struggle. So, you know that the chances are very, very likely that if you do take it upon yourself to be the bigger person and come forward and break the silence like a grown fucking adult, that it's probably just going to turn into a bunch of drama. Thank you, Lucas, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. So I would say this. It really depends on how long this situation has been lingering. For those of you dealing with a situation that recently came to an end, like within the past 2 months or so, I would let a little bit more time pass. For those of you dealing with a situation that isn't recent, I'll say this much. Ask yourself, do you think that this person could trigger you if they tried? If the answer is yes, stay away from this person. This person wants to establish dominance and power over you. And they gonna try. If you reach out to them, they are going to poke and push and prod and poke and push and prod and poke and push and prod anything they can to wrestle the power dynamic so that they have the upper hand over you, energetically and emotionally. Do you think that you can stand tall and strong enough in a strong sense of emotional and energetic independence and integrity? Because those of you who can, right? You can communicate with this person, and no matter what they try to do, it ain't going to work. Of course, then again, it'll still probably end up popping off into some drama. This is slippery, dude. Be sure you're bringing this energy to the table. That's all I'm going to say. Because I don't personally think this is somebody you even need in your life. But here's the thing. This karmic tie has to be closed out at some point, somehow, some way. So take that fucking information and do with it what you will, man. Good God. All right, let's look at what's coming in next. What's due to come in next for Aquarius? Ooh, Queen of Wands. Hang on. Oh, Fool card reversed. Okay, so for some reason, the next person you connect with is not something that you're wanting to jump head first into in the beginning here. It's not telling me what exactly, and I can't stand it when it comes through like this. When it gives me the general outline with some really big puzzle pieces missing that I have to dig for, I don't like that. It's draining. But it's telling me that for some reason, it's not telling me why, your defenses are triggered in the beginning when you're connecting with this person. Now, are they doing something to trigger your defenses? Or do you just have your defenses up by default? I don't know. It's not telling me. I have no clue. But it could be a little bit rocky and shaky in the beginning. It could be. So far, I'm not seeing anything that indicates that you have anything to worry about. Maybe this person's just coming on a little bit strong and love bombing. And that just kind of, where'd it go? I just had it. There it is. And that kind of triggers your defenses because maybe for some of you, the last time you dealt with somebody that was real love bombing, they ended up flipping on you and playing games with you. I don't think that's the case this time, though. I really don't. I really don't. We have the Emperor and the Empress here. So indicating a lot of potential. I don't think that the majority of you have any other miscellaneous contracts due to come in. The majority of you who follow me have cleared your karma. You don't need to learn any more lessons. You don't have any of that shit due to come in. So now it's just a matter of equalizing the frequency and putting forth the work to build something healthy and sustainable. Let's see this person's true feelings, energy, and intentions. Let's see. They ready to settle down? But they're very jaded. That's what it is. They're very jaded because they've been cheated on in the past. So they are just as defensive as you. They're just as nervous as you. Yep, okay. So again, more mirroring each other. Holy fuck, dude. No, I don't think they're playing with you. They just want to make sure you ain't playing with them. So that's, y'all are kind of triggering each other's defenses. And that's slippery fucking business there, man. Because we're not here to play chicken or the egg, okay? So I don't care which came first. But one person comes into the connection and something triggers their defenses. And they start acting in such a way that triggers the other person's defenses. And now we got this game of ping pong going back and forth, right? Where we're both on defense mode. And then when you have two people on defense mode like that, if somebody doesn't jam a stick in that wheel and grind that cycle to a halt, it's just a matter of time. it is going to explode at some point. So, let's see how this plays out for the first month. What's the outcome for the first month when the next person comes in? How's it playing out for the first month? Moving slow and communication isn't the greatest. King of Wands reversed. It's probably going to end up leading to some disagreements. Especially those of you who connect with this person during this heavy fucking retrograde. I'm not gonna lie, man, this is one of the heaviest goddamn retrogrades I've felt in the last 2 years. Like, for real, for real. So, some miscommunications could absolutely lead to some disagreements, but I don't think that it's coming to an end. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. I am seeing you all working through any miscommunications, working through any disagreements and head-button matches you all get into. That's good. But by the second month, you're still up in your head. Not 100% sure if you're comfortable with where this connection is going. And this, look, Two of Swords, Two of Wands again. See? Same thing. Let's get the advice. Let's get the advice. Ooh, Three of Swords reversed. Don't let a new relationship distract you from any healing that you need to do. I don't know why that came through. All right. You know what I think? I think the majority of those of you who resonate with this message are connecting with this person in the middle of this heavy retrograde season. I would say that when we're in the middle of something heavy like this, which y'all can't lie, man, this shit has been heavy. Heavy, heavy. Take things slow. Take things slow. Don't be afraid. Matter of fact, when I met my wife, it was when we were very first meeting and coming together, it was right in the middle of a heavy retrograde. And I remember telling her, let's wait for this retrograde to be over before we make any big plans or bust any big moves. I can remember that. Yep. Telling you, don't be afraid to hang back and just take things slow and just say, hey, let's just wait a little month. Things are kind of crazy. Even if you're probably dealing with somebody that doesn't believe in astrology, okay? You don't have to go all crazy woo-woo on them if you don't want. You know, you can just say, hey, things are kind of crazy, heavy right now. Let's just take things a little bit slow. And then once that period, well, it's not over as soon as it stations direct, but, wait until the big heavy retrograde starts to subside. Because this is a heavy one. Because I'm going to tell you, if you get in there and you start trying to, make something happen a certain way, like a relationship or something big and life-changing, you are asking for all kinds of challenges, obstacles, miscommunications, arguments, misunderstandings, and all that shit. Take it slow, okay? This could turn into something that seriously surpasses your expectations. Seriously. All right. Let's get general messages. General messages. General career, finance, friends, family, anything but love. general messages. Boom, 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 boom. 7 of Cups. All right. So some of you are very, very open to exploring other options. I think a lot of you, those of you who need to hear this right here, are at least entertaining the idea of possibly completely replacing your job altogether. You're at least thinking about it. What I'm not getting here, though, is whether or not you're actually taking action towards it. Maybe some of you are, some of you aren't. But I am seeing a lot of fantasizing about other potential options, business opportunities, other jobs. I just can't tell if you're actually out exploring those options. That's what it's not telling me right now. It's kind of telling me that some of you may not be. Okay. Some of you could possibly be getting a new car. For those of you who are thinking about car shopping, you might end up rolling off the lot in that car in the month of August. But as far as expanding your business or getting a little side hustle going or just completely replacing your job altogether, it's not really looking like a lot of forward movement is happening as far as that goes. Not a whole lot. There's so much back and forth energy here, right? Because we got the 7 of Cups, which would indicate that you might be exploring other options. But then we got the 2 of Wands, which is like kind of being stuck at a standstill. Then we got the Ace of Wands, looking like you're ready to start something new and start fresh. But then we got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's like, damn, dude. Okay. Some of you are just overthinking this shit. Overthinking the hell out of it. Let's get some general advice. General advice for Aquarius. General advice. Oops. Ooh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put it to you like this. I'm not going to say what you should or should not do. I'm not going to say that. I'll say this, though. Don't be afraid to take risks and chances. Don't be afraid to do that. On the path, failure is an illusion. There technically is no such thing as failure. Not really. The only person who fails is the person who gives up. That's the person who fails. Change the path as many times as you have to. Just don't abandon the path. Okay? Don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to take chances. Does that mean that every time you take a chance it's going to work out perfectly? Absolutely not. But it's all in your perception. Let's say you take a risk and try to make something happen and it ends up not happening. Was that a failure? Or was that an opportunity for growth and learning? Was that an opportunity to provide you with wisdom that you can use on your next path? It's all up to your perception. There is no right or wrong answer. It all exists in your mind. If you choose to believe that that thing you tried not working was a complete failure, you're abso-fucking-lutely right. That's what it was. But if you choose to believe that, no, that wasn't a failure. No, that just taught me something. I may not be 100% sure exactly what it taught me right now. But at some point, I'm going to be looking back on that thing that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. And not only will it make sense as to why it didn't work out, but I'll be so fucking glad that I went through that. Right? And I can just picture myself looking back on that going, dude, now that makes sense. Now that makes sense why that went down that way. I can see it. So don't be afraid. Don't let fear of failure hold you back from anything. I'll never forget, I made this oath to myself back in like 2016 when I heard this thing where somebody said that there was a study done, a hospital study that was done on 100 elderly patients who were laying on their deathbed facing their last days. They were asked to reflect on their life's biggest regrets. And the vast, staggering, overwhelming majority of people said that they regretted not the things that they did, but they regretted the things that they didn't do. The chances that they were too afraid to take, the risks they were too afraid to take. For some reason, when I heard that, that punched me in the fucking soul, dude. I was like, oh shit. I don't know about you, but when I get to the end of my life, I want to have a badass fucking story to tell. I want to have badass stories to tell my grandchildren and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I made an oath to myself. That's when I was in my late 20s. I will try and fail miserably. I will fall on my face and make an idiot out of myself in front of the whole world before I let the fear of failure hold me back from trying. Oh yeah. Yep. You best bet your goddamn skippy ass you'll see me try and fail before you see me be too afraid to try it. You best bet your damn skippy ass. Because when I'm an old man, I'm going to have some badass stories to tell. Either it worked or it didn't. But I'm going to tell you one thing. When I'm laying on my deathbed, I'm not going to be looking back on my life wondering what would have happened if I would have tried. I'll be looking back, being like, well, that thing, it didn't work, but at least I tried. At least I fucking tried. Right? So, I'm not going to say do this or don't do that. But just take that with you on your journey and do with it what you will. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aquarius friends needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check down there in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.